Just the two of us.
Hi Anand, how are you?
Just the two of us.
What's up?
How are you, sir? So I guess this is the first time that we are hosting a TGIF episode together.
Yeah, we are doing it first time, yeah. This is amazing.
So tell us, the audience, that how fortunate are you feeling that you're getting to share the screen with me exclusively?
Before that, did you get your salary? Was it credited? Last I checked, it wasn't.
Alright guys, now that we know our respective places, let's start the show. Tell us something about your adventures. We have been seeing you, all over social media, Switzerland, Zurich,
Last
Munich.
2-3 weeks has been very, very exciting, very, very adventurous. But it's a hard job also, driving fast cars in Switzerland. And
Takes up your energy.
Takes up a lot of energy.
Sheer acceleration.
It completely drains me out. But of that, Bentley I drove recently, but that's on the next episode. But I drove a very fast electric car. Normally not a big fan of electric cars, but this completely blew my mind.
I mean, I still cannot get convinced about the electric car argument. I know that we are, sort of nearing our extinction, so to say. But I guess there's still some time left, and electric cars are not the way to go forward. I mean, they make the planet greener or whatever.
And guess what? Which color I drove the car? Now this is just a big coincidence. This color, my color of the t-shirt, and this greenery all around. But what is not by chance is that in future, if you want performance, then you have to go EV. Because in order for this to sustain, we all have to embrace EV. Having said that, this is the 2024 Audi RS e-Tron GT Performance. The word performance makes all the difference. Audi has changed a lot of things in the RS e-Tron GT, which is the moniker, which is the fastest EV that Audi has in its portfolio, which competes with the Porsche Taycan. Without changing much, they have changed a lot. To start with, this can produce 1020 Nm of torque, 925 horsepower. This can go 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds. Now these figures are actually supercar figures. Now this is actually a supercar because it's made to go fast like a rocket on this. And I've been driving this in Frankfurt in the Autobahn, and I can tell you, this one just fires like a rocket. Now let me get started with the design. You see, from the front, this has been scooped up. It actually looks very distant. It makes it look more bulkier, more butchier, and also makes it look more angrier. That's the right word. The lighting remains the same. There's a lot of changes right here, which is something that you will not understand unless you see the Audi RS e-Tron GT normal and the S line, because that's when you know that this is the performance. The performance word actually is very important, but we'll get to that in more details. To look at these tires, this tire combination, this design is again very unique. The whole alloy has gone through some beautiful designing elements, and also the brakes are so huge because when this goes as fast as 2.5 seconds in 100 kilometers, then you have to also apply brakes that faster. Also, what it gets is active suspension. Now, active suspension gets dampenings, gets hydraulic pump, and all of that mechanism makes the driving, makes the suspension work much smoother, much more refined. Without you knowing it, it has given a lot of changes. Now the steering is more precise, and there's a couple of beautiful things. Let me show you that before we take this baby or the beast for a spin. For example, the moment you open it, you see the car lifts up. This is so cool, huh? And you see these two buttons? This is not there in the normal RS e-Tron EV9, but this RS at the boost mode actually makes it look totally different. This is my favorite part because the moment I press this, it doesn't just fire. It just bulldozes its way into anything. And we are going to test this and a lot more. Let's get started. Now, everything in life is not perfect. The RS e-Tron GT Performance does not get a glass top. It gets a dark Alcantara. That means you don't get to see the sun above you. You don't get to feel the sun above you. But what it gets is these two small buttons, RS and Boost, are actually hell and fury. Press this and this converts into a complete ticking time bomb. Want to see a demo? Let me show you. Fasten your seat belts. You press the boost My God, this is what you buy this for. This machine will cost a bomb, but this is the bomb which you wanted to basically blast right in your stomach, because the feeling is insane. The acceleration is lethal. Nothing much has changed from the inside. The screen is right there. Even earlier also the RS e-Tron had the same issue. You had to put it in your cup holder, and this tray could not absorb a smartphone like an iPhone 13, 15 Pro or a Samsung Z Fold, something like that. The buttons are, well, desirable, but the thing is that if you want to change the mode, you have to take your eyes off, press here, press dynamic. That's a lot of work. But yes, the normal RS e-Trons doesn't even have these two red buttons, which makes life easy. That means the RS e-Tron GT performance is very desirable for these two small buttons, which actually does a phenomenal job. Because if you're buying into a performance EV, then you want something like this, which is very quick. You want that to do that jump cut. You want to do a quick takeover, press that, you get that extra energy, whoop, done. You can't really go there, take your eyes off, do drive select, choose dynamic. That's a long process. Apart from that, the steering is very precise. As I said before, they have done a lot of changes in the steering to get it in the right direction. Driving wise, RS e-Tron GT was always a driver's delight car. It feels very sorted, very planted. You feel in control and you feel like driving very hard. There is no sense of it leaving the road. It has a solid sense of grip over everything around it. You are in full control all the time. That's something which was always there with RS e-Tron. From the outside also, it looks beautifully gorgeous. From the inside, no nonsense, decent, but not like an EQS, which has got a lot of screens and a lot of luxury feeling. Even the backseat guys will complain because it's not the best seat for a long drive. If you want to looking for that, then you have to look somewhere else. But if you are a young couple, or if you are somebody who wants to spend most of the time in the front two seats, and if you want performance and you also care about this greenery, then nothing better than this. Maybe a Porsche Taycan, same family. Take your pick. The RS e-Tron GT handles corners so precise and effortless that you can't even know it's doing its job. Now, driving in Autobahn is every auto enthusiast's dream. I would have to say that it's always been one of the fascinating moments whenever I come to Germany. Take a car and drive all the way with no speed limits, no speed tickets. You can drive to your heart's desire as long as you can handle speeds. Now, when you have been dealt with an RS e-Tron GT performance on an Autobahn, then you have to do something very mischievous. You have to test the limits, because there's not a racetrack, which means that there are moving cars, there are fast cars, there are cars around you, and you don't know them, how they are going to perform. So this is your real test of your speed limits. So in some time I'm going to keep quiet and I'm going to get these modes to work, and to quick tell you what it does. For example, this boost mode, the moment you press this, the timer comes up. Oh, it gives you that instant acceleration. It's like someone just powering your nuclear weapon with another dose of nuclear weapon, so that you can overtake that cars around you and you can just beat them. Now, the second thing is this. You have to, in order to go to dynamic mode, you have to come here on drive select, toggle the buttons and choose the dynamic mode. But with this, the Audi RS e-Tron GT and the SGT does not have these modes, but the RS e-Tron GT Performance gets these two buttons. And this makes life so much simpler, especially when you want to switch modes and drive hard, especially when you land yourself in Autobahn. So the moment I press this once, the RS1 mode gets activated. You see, a quick demo. The suspension tuning changes, it puts into a fastest mode. It's like you're on a track. And the moment you press the other one, the RS2 mode gets activated, which means even more lethal. even more lethal, like this. Steering is so precise. They have really outdone themselves with steering. There are some mechanical changes in the steering, which means the steering output is super precise. When you are handling speeds, you need to be very careful of two things. One is your steering, second is your braking. With braking, because of recuperation, you know that the first few seconds are not going anywhere. So you have to get used to that. You can of course change the settings, and then you drive hard, you can reach any speed limits.
I mean, you were giggling like a little child
It was
because
really
of that
fun. It was really
sheer
fun.
acceleration. I mean, that is all fine. It is fast, it is thrilling, it is potent, but I would still want a burbling exhaust note, resonating behind my ears as I'm, belting around a car amidst the canyons. It is a very raw and mechanical feel. I would still prefer, like give me some browns and grays over some of the greens. Sorry, Polar Bear, but if I'm getting to ride a V4 motorcycle, so I would still
But
prefer
this
that.
RS e-Tron GT performance model especially does 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds. That's nerve-wracking. I did a few launch controls, and I can tell you, had I done it 7-8 times, I would have actually missed my left hand, or something would have happened, because it gives you a jolt. It is so thrilling. You can't really imagine, because the torque is instant. Unlike an ICE, there's a
still
difference.
takes some time to
There are some
build up,
cars
yeah.
in ICE which does 0 to 100 in 2.5, 2.6 seconds, but this one just takes off. The initial burst,
Yeah.
so that acceleration feeling is mind-blowing. And now this RS e-Tron has come up with a lot of things. Talking about that, in the two-wheeler segment, Ultraviolet F77, that's the only superbike that we can know of electric. Livewire came in Harley Davidson. No other motorcycle manufacturer is actually doing something very strong on the superbike segment, where you can go ballistic like an EV.
I mean, at least in this part of the world, we only have Ultraviolet, who have already in the game for the past 3 to 4
Yeah.
years. But if you look at the international scenario, there are a few players. There's Lightning, there's Voxen, there's Zero as well. I mean, they make potent motorcycles.
But they're not doing the superbike category. Are they doing superbike?
Yeah, they are doing electric superbikes,
Yeah.
are existing, but not as popular as
As of course.
electric
Same,
cars
same,
or
same.
ICE cars or superbikes for that matter.
Yeah.
Because the problem is major two-wheeler manufacturers are yet to step into the electric game
Correct.
when it comes to at least electric motorcycle, which have longer range or as much power
They are
as
not
a
pushed
600
too much
cc.
to save the planet. I think only the car manufacturers are being pushed right now by government.
I'm pretty
But
sure that
you
they
can
are.
actually, honestly, the day I tell you that I prefer electric cars over ICE cars, shoot me that day. Completely shoot me that day. I am telling you this is not happening, but what are you doing?
I'm ordering a gun.
Oh. Let me know when the gun comes. But where is Mira and Sanit? They've gone for somewhere, right?
Yeah, they've gone to cover the Kia Carnival. I mean, what else do you expect
They've
from a
also
slow?
launched an EV9. So let's see
Yes.
that.
But before that, Meera, we expected you to cover a family MPV only because you are a slow driver. So good luck covering the Carnival MPV. Let's see. Sorry about that.
Mira will come and hit you next time. Huh?
I don't even know how to drive a car, so it will fly. Not Meera though. She won't.
Let's watch it.
Kia has just launched the Carnival in the Limousine Plus trim in India today at 63.9 lakhs ex-showroom, and here's what all you get. This is the all-new fourth generation of the Carnival, and it is completely designed with Kia's new design language. The new larger tiger nose grille in black and chrome makes it look very sleek. And let's not forget, you also get the new DRS and headlamps. The new front design shape has become more boxier from the front, giving it a more SUV look, but not much from the side or the rear. On the side, you have 18-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, and it has increased longer wheelbase by 84 mm. And you also get this really cool design feature over here. And now it's time to check out the rear. At the rear, you do not have a lot going on, but you do get the rear connected LED tail lamps. And now let's check out the boot space. Now you get a lot of boot space over here already, but if that's less for you, what you can do is you get the 60-40 split folding seats, but obviously you can put this down and then you get the sinking seats. So you have a lot more space over here for your luggage. As soon as you get inside the cabin, you have a very premium vibe to it. Let's talk about the seats. The cushioning is quite soft and I really like the premium feel of it. It feels very luxurious. Now when you see on the front, you have a 12.3-inch curved dual display and an 11-inch head-up display as well. Now you also have wireless charging over here with C-type charging ports, and usually you have one single sunroof, but over here you get two. That's the dual electric sunroofs as well. Now once you come in the second row, my favorite feature personally would be the sliding doors. You just have to press one button and it automatically closes. Obviously that's really nice. It makes me feel very welcomed as well. Now in the second row you have captain seats which are ventilated, heated, and you also have this leg support over here which is quite comfortable. You feel so luxurious over here, you can relax, and you also have this feature where you can slide out and slide in, which makes it easy for somebody who wants to go into the third row. And you also have the sunshade for the second and the third row. Now, since the second row also has ventilation, let's not forget the front seats as well have the ventilation and heated as well. Now we also have charging over here, and then you can automatically adjust the front seats as well if you want more comfort. Now let's check out the third row. Well, I am impressed, to be honest. There's quite a lot of legroom even if you're in third row, and usually I feel very hot when I'm sitting in the third row, but you have 3 different zones for temperature control over here so that you can independently manage your temperature settings as well. You have 12 speakers with Bose premium sound systems as well, which is really cool. In terms of power figure, the car comes with a 2.2-liter turbo diesel engine with 4 cylinders with 190 bhp and 441 Nm of torque. We are going to be driving the Kia Carnival very soon, but until then you can let us know what you think about the price, and back to the studio.
But you know, there's another electric Kia EV9 which got launched for a 1.3 crores price. They're really taking up the game. Where is that?
In the Rev Report. Welcome to Rev Report, guys, where we give you a brief download on all the hot stuff that happened in the automotive industry in this part of the world during the past week. And we are kicking things off with a bunch of hot launches that happened recently, starting with a bunch of Kias. Now, one of them cost well above a crore. Rupees 1.3 crore to be exact. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking. Rupees 1.3 crore for a Kia. I was floating in the same boat, but trust me, Kia has changed the game. Even if you take a look at Kia's global portfolio, you would know that the Koreans are getting serious about the automotive genre. Now they are not just blokes who roll out K-dramas or K-pop songs anymore. They are more than just that. They're getting serious. So the EV9 is the Kia that would command a price tag of rupees 1.3 crore. Let that sink in. It is based on the eGMP platform, which also underpins your cars like Hyundai Ioniq 5 and the Kia EV6. The Kia EV9 comes with a 99.8 kWh battery pack, which has an ARI certified range of 561 kilometers on a single charge. With a dual electric motor setup, the EV9 is rated for 379 horsepower and 700 Newton meters of torque. Now these performance figures translate into a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour sprint time of just 5.3 seconds. Now I'm a motorcyclist through and through, so if I have to draw a parallel between the EV9 and a motorcycle with a similar level of performance, at least 0 to 100, it would be the KTM 390 Duke, because it also clocks 0 to 100 in the same amount of time. Now if you think you can bully electric cars, wait till the EV9 pops up in your rearview mirror. Try bullying that. The EV9 isn't the only premium Kia that has landed on our shows, because it was joined by Carnival as well. The new Carnival has been priced at rupees 63 lakh and it is available in 2 variants, Limousine and Limousine Plus. Now it is powered by a 2.2-liter diesel engine that puts down 197 horsepower and 440 Newton meters of torque. Now it comes mated to an 8-speed automatic gearbox while sending the power to the rear wheels. But the person buying the Carnival wouldn't be concerned about these performance figures. He or she would be concerned about the rear passenger comfort. And in that case, the Carnival actually looks like a palace on wheels. Please stop comparing it with the Innova High Cross. 2 different segments. Show some more love for the Carnival. My head is sort of spinning at the idea of these two premium Kias, particularly the EV9, which costs well above a crore. I've said that multiple times, but it still takes a while to digest this fact. Now, there's another fact that shouldn't be that hard to digest, and that is the number of bookings that the Mahindra Thar ROX has clocked in just 60 minutes. Can you guess the number? It's 1.76 lakh bookings for the Thar ROX in just 60 minutes. Now, one of my trusted sources has revealed that more than half of the bookings have come from North India. In other related news, the Thar ROX can now also be had with mocha brown interior, so that you dirty little fellows don't ruin the white interior that the Thar ROX previously used to come with, the only option. And the same trusted source have also revealed that Mahindra is soon going to launch the Thar ROX or offer the Thar ROX with 22-inch rims with a lot of bling on it. It is a trusted source. Trust me, bro.
Yeah, boy.
What might look like a TVS moped which went to abroad for higher studies is actually the BMW CEO2, the latest electric scooter to be launched in India. It has been launched at rupees 4.5 lakh, making it even costlier than the Aprilia RS 457. Let that sink in again. Akash had a chance to ride the BMW CA2 in Delhi when he went for the launch event, and from what I have heard from him, it is a fun little scooter. Now, talking about the specs, it has a 3.9 kWh battery which offers a range of 108 kilometers. As for performance in the city, the BMW claims that the scooter can sprint from 0 to 50 kilometers per hour in less than 3 seconds. The top speed of the scooter is capped at 95 kilometers per hour. So yes, it is definitely faster than your TVS moped, and a lot more premium than it. Now, what happens when a KTM decides to stop hanging around on the streets and becomes a little suave in the process? It becomes a Husqvarna. Now, the joke might be lame, but the recently unveiled Vichpillan 801 certainly isn't. I mean, just look at it. Now, powering this motorcycle is a 799cc liquid cooled parallel twin engine, which makes 105 horsepower at 9250 rpm and 87 newton meters at 8000 rpm, and it's paired with a 6-speed gearbox. While we do have the Vichpillan 250 here in India, but Bajaj, if you're listening to this, I know for sure you aren't, but still, if you are, it is about time that you give us bigger KTMs and bigger Huskies, because we deserve good things. I think we do. So please consider this fact. Please, Bajaj, give us the bigger KTMs and the bigger Huskies. Now, on this note, back to the base. But I guess we are at the base. Doesn't make any sense. We are at the base already.
Now that you have an update of the news that mattered in the auto industry, let's discuss about the Kia's EV's pricing strategy. See, Carnival has gone up to 64 lakhs. Earlier, Carnival used to be just half the price almost. But still, it will get a lot of bookings because there's nothing like that in the segment, and Kia knows this strategy, and this was a much awaited car. That's why they got such a good rate bookings. I'm not sure what is going to happen with the EV9 because, you know, if you're going to pay that kind of price, 1.3 crores ex-showroom for a Kia EV9, of course, a good car, it's a long car, everything, but then you have a Mercedes EQE, you have an Audi e-Tron. A consumer will think, why? What do I do? Should I buy that badge? This, and both are electric. If Kia can prove this, that means going forward, the badge value goes away. That means people will buy the car for the car because you get a lot more car for that price of money, that's for sure. But you know, that badge value thing will be gone for us. It's a very, very interesting take they have done, and I don't know which way the wing will slide because this is not going to get them big numbers, but whatever they get, even if they can snatch some numbers from the Q8 and the EQE, which is anyways not getting that much of traction, it will be very interesting to watch. What do you think?
I mean, I have a very fun segment in mind that we can do related to the EV9.
What is that?
We'll just walk up to the customers who purchase the EV9 and we'll ask them honestly, what made you buy the EV9? I mean, not in a very sarcastic way, but we would just like to know that what enticed them to go.
Because the third row is big, no? Their third row is
big. I mean,
there are reasons.
Going
There's
on
a
for the
very
EV9.
good car. As a car, if you put a badge value of German badge value, then you can actually command a crore more. Because anything you cross a crore, people expect that's not.
That aspirational value.
Aspirational value is missing. As a car, there is no denying. I mean, think of it. If Innova is sold for 1 crore, will you buy? No matter what you put in, because Innova is Innova. So like that, everything, every place, every car has a price tag. You cannot stretch. So, but Kia has tried doing that with the already existing EV that they have, the EV6.
Yeah.
And with EV9, but it's just twice. And this is a very, very interesting space, because which means that by the time the EV9 comes home, it's going to be priced around 1.4, 1.5. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of
But
money.
didn't we also do the Nissan Magnite which just got launched?
Yeah, so let's watch it or let's hear it. Because we did a very efficient thing this time around. We just told Sunny to send us a voice note regarding all the updates that Magnite has
So that
received.
means there hasn't been big updates.
There hasn't been, I mean, it is a facelift and
Smart one.
I really like personally, I really like the pricing of the Magnite.
Yeah, they have been very good in the price.
They have been very good with the price.
So again, price will make that difference, because if you can't give that sun and the moon feature, then give a good price, because end of the day people want a car for A to B, and that thing also needs to come back. And talking about Thar Rocks, what has it done? You've said that in the rev report. 1,76,000 bookings in 60 minutes. And through the day, they're not disclosing, there have been much more bookings. So now the problem with them, how do they deliver? Because they'll have to increase the price point. But it is going to take the industry again 2 stages up, because the industry is in a not that exciting stage, which used to be. So all manufacturers now are geared up. They are waiting and watching, because those times are gone. Okay, whatever you're producing, selling. No, now whatever you're producing is not selling. It is going to be pushed to the market like earlier days. Consumers have a choice now. Consumers, you can go ask the dealer that discount that you have not been asking so far, because now is your time to twist the manufacturers, get the bang for buck, but don't twist them hard, because we want the auto manufacturers to also profit and keep giving us the good cars. Right, Anant?
Definitely.
So
Now
on that note,
we are yet to hear about the Magnite though.
yeah, okay.
It gets a new key, so when you close the car, it unlocks itself. When you walk away from the car, it locks itself automatically. Remote start is available. Gets a new air filter. It gets leatherette interior, so the dashboard gets leather. The joints are all leather, like the handbrake, the side, like the door handle and everything. New leather seats, which claim to keep you cool, so they're weather resistant, and they also if there's direct sunlight on it, it'll still stay cool. So that's new technology. 6 airbags across the variants. New variants also have launched. Adaptive headlamps, new design for the tail lamps. IRBM is now auto dimming, so that's good. The steering wheel is also leather, by the way. Apart from that, you have a few new accessories like you can put like cycles on the top and stuff like that. Wireless charger is new. Ports have changed to Type C ports now. Wireless standard auto and Apple CarPlay is always there. You have 2 engine options. One is an actually aspirated, one is auto petrol, and then you have transmission options are.
So that was in 2x, guys. So if you want to really know about the Magnite, watch this particular part of the video in 0.5x, or just head over to our website. That will get us more views on the website.
Yes.
It's a smart move,
Smart move.
At least we now agree on something, so that makes us brothers.
So,
No.
did you get the salary still?
Yeah, on that note, I'll just go and proofread the magazine,
Yeah.
wrap up my work. Time to see you guys. I hope you're fortunate again.
And guys, if you have come to this part of the video so far, to the end of the video, it means a lot to us. That means we've been doing some great job. Please like, share and comment what you like, what you not like, how we can improve this. We are just trying to make it more consolidated for you, so that there is one place you can come and get your auto fix. On that note, have a good weekend. See you next Friday.